Welcome to the Minster City of York, one of the oldest cities in the country, 71 AD, invaded by the Vikings, ruled by Ivan the Terrible, now ruled by another man, Connor Robinson. Connor, welcome to the Our League app. We're in your pocket today. You've had a fantastic start to the season. Honestly, did you expect to start so well?
Honestly, no. Stepping up, we knew if we're on, we know we can be a good team. But with that step up, you're stepping into the unknown where you've been in League One for a few years and you've got a lot of young boys around you playing with you, so you don't know how they're going to react. And if not many people have played it and stuff like that, so I think we've shocked ourselves. But now we're up there. I think we're
quietly confident.
Nah, we just want to be consistent within ourselves, I think.
I was here the first game of the season. You got defeated by the Wolfpack, who were like the Galacticos of the Championship. They've got an all-star team, and I saw on that day the boys dig in, fight for each other, show real spirit, and even speaking to the Wolfpack boys after the game, and since then they've all said that York team, they really toughed it out. And I've been here for the last 3 games against the Wolfpack, and you've always stood up well. But do you think that day you came together as a team in Championship and realised that you weren't far away from the Wolfpack?
No, after that game, that's when, like I was saying, I think the boys looked around each other and thought, hang on a minute, we're on a very tight budget here, and we've just stood up against, like you said, the big boys and run them close and run them very close. And after the game, a few of them said to us that we didn't expect that. They was expecting walkovers, I think. And I think a lot of other people in the Championship was expecting a 50-60 pointer.
Talk to me about Connor Robinson. Talk to me about yourself as a person and a player, because you're half-back. For those people not watching, not seeing you play, describe yourself as a half-back. Who do you model your game on? Who did you look up to as a kid? Who were your hero?
Darren Lockyer as a kid. Couldn't take my eyes. Just the way he went about his business, just calm, cool. Sometimes too laid back, which I try, and then I get a rocket from 40 because it's telling me to concentrate, but it doesn't happen.
Give your school a shout out, and what was your amateur club?
School was Pickering High, which was never allowed a rugby team because half the lads was too misbehaved, so they said, right, you're not having one.
Were you on the good half or the bad half?
I was the good half because I didn't do anything else. My mum ruled with an iron fist. And my amateur club was West Hull, who I couldn't thank enough of. They're still supporting now, even giving you shit like they give just like daft little shout outs on Facebook, Twitter and stuff like that.
Are you one of them players, like Jamie Jones probably, he denies it, but I'm sure he'll go back and play at least one game for Stanley. Danny Brough will be one of them, will just play till nobody wants him. Are you one of them who'll go back and play for West Hull when you finish your career?
Oh, mate, yeah, 100%. It was funny, I was on about it last week. I mentioned it on the way to Bradford. I said, even if I wasn't playing like semi-pro, I'd definitely go back to amateur and play. And all the lads went, what? Why would you do that? I couldn't see myself not playing. I'd be bored.
Yeah.
I'd end up probably arguing with our lass and all that because I had too much time together.
Talking about your missus, you became a father recently. How are you finding it?
Yeah, good, but it's tough at first.
Has it changed you?
Yeah, I think it's calmed me down. Like, I started to calm down anyway, meeting like Benny and Arnie and them, because I was a bit of a
boy, or?
Yeah, I thought I was just a bit of a top lad, and I probably looked a bit of an idiot. And then, like, having the little lad and stuff like that's changed me massively. It's even more so with him he was 7 weeks premature, so I had to really switch on and be on the ball with him. What
have you learnt about yourself being a dad?
That's just tough times don't really. You used to worry about daft stuff, and now I don't really care as long as I've got food on the table and clothes on the back for them.
You mentioned your family, and you've got not one dad, but you've got 2 work dads as well who you travel with. Tell us about your work dads.
Benny and Arnie.
So that's Ben Kane
and Graham Horn. Yeah, it's like, we call them granddad because they're both near enough 40-year-olds, so, and just travelling with them, being around them sort of people who are like, to me, are proper professionals, who do all the little stuff, and like, change your game, change you as a person. Even if you grab 40 and he said, like, what's probably made me the player I was last year and this year, they'd probably say Ben Kane and Graham Horn, just for pulling me in and reining me in.
Ben Kane's an interesting character because if he's not on social media selling something, whether it's wine or oregano coffee or something, he's just a wonderful person. He's had such an interesting journey, and we'll definitely get him on getting to know by the end of the season. And I think it'd be more interesting at the end of the season after he's put his body through another championship year. But he never really played half-back much in his career. Full-back, winger, I remember seeing him. But he slotted in. James Ford, I think, end of last year, maybe middle of last year, stuck him in there next to you. And what's he brought to your game as a half-back?
It lets me do my stuff. Like, I organise the team and get us where we're going to play, what we're going to play from. And then Benny does. Don't have to worry about anything else then. I just know my role, my edge's role, and Benny sorts his own stuff out. And 9 times out of 10, he's running off the back of your play anyway. He's not passing.
And Hornet it's kind of weird because what you see a lot in Championship and League One is not journeymen, but lads who probably, if they're honest with themselves, and they had something, as I see a lot of rugby lads who just haven't prepared for what's next in life, and that leads them into sticking around in lower divisions for a bit longer than they probably want to, and you see them popping up, and there's some lads who probably, if they're honest with themselves, didn't really want to be there. But at York, James Ford's creating an environment where it gives them players, the older players, the experienced players, real responsibility, and they're actually add so much to the team on a game day.
Yeah, Arnie's like just an old walrus, like you were saying. Arnie'll probably be honest, and if he hadn't left it too late in life to do something, he probably still wouldn't be playing because he's happy with his family and stuff like that. But he
adds a lot. He's a great player.
Yeah, he's like you say, he's another Benny for me, where I don't have to go in the middle and scream and shout and tell him what to do because he's doing it for you. So he's just a weird man, Graham. He looks an absolute disgrace on a Tuesday after a game, and he's ready to go again on the Friday night. Talk
to me about last year, because last year was an unbelievable journey. Everyone thought Bradford had walked that league, and you had other ideas.
Well, that's how we built our season on that, of being the underdogs, going about it quietly. When we got pipped here the first game of the season, Benny walked in the change room. I think Spears even said, like, none of you go on Twitter, pipe off or out like that. He said, because this won't happen again all year. He said, and we'll spin it on its head. And then when we did, and like, because Bradford, I think they spent, to be fair, they did spend a ton of money on certain people. And I think it just, but you can build a season on stuff like that, where you're going quietly underdogs, and then the amount of people where we've played them, who you probably shouldn't put 40, 50 points on, like Workington here. Then Leon Price turns on and says, how many of your boys are full time? Because the lads just working that hard and that motivated, they don't want to be beat. They never beat them.
One thing that's really exciting is the new stadium on the horizon for next year now. It must be really exciting for you to take the club into the new stadium, hopefully in Championship, but maybe higher.
No, I'm not going to count with chickens on that one, but I'd hopefully like to say I'm most definitely in the Champions as long as we carry on where we're going. But I think it needs refreshing.
Yeah.
This is lovely, like the pitch and that on here is lovely, but it just needs a change. Like, this is an old football ground. We need a proper surrounded rugby stadium where there's a bit of atmosphere in it.
The thing is about York is it's one of the most affluent cities in the north. People here are not short of a few quid and they want good facilities. They want to be able to go to the cinema after they've been to a game. It's going to make it a real entertainment day out. There's going to be nice corporate facilities. Can you see this club sustaining a Super League status one day?
Yeah, I'm not going to say no, because you never say never, and I think if it just carries on the way it's going, as long as they can attract more of a fan base and get a bit more funds pumped into them, and then I don't see why not. It's obviously hard to get promoted to a Super League team where you're saying all young kids and old journeymen, as some people like to call them, but you never say never with these, especially with the coaches they've got and what's happening around the city.
And at 24 years young, have you found your happy place now? Because you've been to, obviously started off at OKR, over to Halifax, come over here. Is this the happiest you've been in your career?
Yeah, I think, definitely, yeah. And I think that's just showing the way I'm playing. I'm not under a lot of pressure. If you have one bad game, you're not going to play for the next 4 or 5. If you have one bad game with 40, he just says, all right, you've got next week again now, let's try and sort it out. Never say, like, if this club went to Super League, then I want to be a Super League player. I'm not going to lie.
Is that what you want to be?
Yeah, and I think it'd be wrong to lie and say I want to stay in the Championship. Because everybody sets up, they want to be a full-time rugby player. And having been in that environment, I want to be back in that environment.
Well, you started certainly last year to cement yourself in the club's history by breaking the legend Danny Bruff's another left-footed wizard, his point-scoring record. How did that feel? And did you know at the time? Was it a big thing at the time? Were you chasing it?
No, I didn't have a clue. I never chased like a record. I never have a clue until it started getting closer and closer. And a couple of fans pulled me, and then Fordy pulled me, John pulled me. And said, "Oh, you're getting close to Danny Bruff's record."
How many points is it?
I think it was 412.
And what is it now?
422.
422. He will hate that. Bruffy will hate secretly somewhere. He'll go, he'll not bother, but inside he'll hate that.
Yeah, I'm not going to confront him on it either.
Mate, you've got some obviously huge games coming up this year. It's going to be a real good journey. Off the field, what do you do to relax? What's the loves away from the field? Outside of your family, what do you like to do? Are you into music? What kind of things do you like to do?
Just the usual rugby player stuff. I think fishing and rugby.
Fishing?
When you get chance, it's hard.
What's your favourite kind of fish to go for?
Carp.
Carp.
But not carp fishing. I'm a match fishing with a pole as well. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get you out with Jones. He'll absolutely love that. So you're a fisherman, and if you had to describe yourself, we ask a lot of players this in 3 words. What would you describe yourself as?
Rajed. It's an hard one, this, isn't it? Tough. You like that, don't you?
I like that. Rajed and tough.
Honest.
Rajed, tough and honest. I'd probably go skillful there. You've got a lot of skill, mate. You one of them people, like, there's Danny Maguire and Mitch Orbison, who I met from Roosters, and they're 2 people who are just good at everything. Do you know, every sport, ping pong, golf, darts, they're just good at everything. Are you one of them? Are you the man of the skilled player at York, or is there somebody in the club that's just better than you?
Nah, I'm going to back myself on every single one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Ping pong, football, everything.
Yeah.
I used to play football when I was at the same time until I was about 12. I used to play for Humberside and everything.
And who's going to be in, to finish the interview, who's going to be in the top 5 alongside York? Give us the top 5, in your opinion.
Should we go 1 to 5?
1 to 5, go on.
Toronto, Toulouse, Halifax, Leigh, York.
Go on. Conor Robertson. Great to get to know you,
Cheers,
mate.
Paul,
Top man.
appreciate it.
Outstanding.